Okay, what's up, y'all? This is Uncle P from Super Easy Forex, and so let me give you the results for last week. As you guys know, last week was a pretty turbulent trading week. We had a lot of news that just came out of the blue that kind of screwed things up for a lot of traders, and not just for the retail traders, but guess what? It actually caught the institutional traders off guard as well. And what I'm talking about is the AUD lockdown. Sydney and Melbourne had suddenly called a lockdown because of COVID-19, and that wasn't expected. And then the NZD also did a surprise. They had interest rates that was supposed to be announced last time, and I taught you guys how to read interest rates. I told you guys that what they said they were going to do is they were going to raise interest rates. However, this quarter was the time when they were supposed to raise the interest rates, but they decided to not raise the interest rates. And so the NZD tanked. Interest rates being raised is actually good for the currency. Interest rates left alone or reduced is bad for that currency. So they had promised that they were going to raise the interest rates, just like I told you guys before, that they can make promises but not deliver. However, this was not their fault. NGD had came out also because of COVID-19, and they had started announcing a shutdown. So therefore, there was no way that they could raise interest rates because, as I told you guys, the only way a country can raise interest rates is if the economy is strong, meaning that people are back to work. So if there's a sudden cause that interferes with that process of allowing people to get back to work, which means the people are now paying the government through interest that they're paying. They charge you tax. That's how they pay the government. So if the government isn't making money, there's no way they can tax the people any higher. So therefore, that was a huge impact along with these two. And then the USD last week, the Feds came out, but they're kind of like, I was reading one article that said they kind of like are having an internal fighting on what their next action is going to be. So that's still up in the air what the Feds are going to do. And then if you didn't pay attention, the CAD went berserk and it dropped dramatically. And then you also can check oil and see that oil was impacted by the economy. And I do believe, and somebody has shared this with me, that because of the Taliban takeover, that can interfere because they're sitting smack dab in the middle of China and Russia's flow of oil, I believe it is. But you can research that for yourself. But either way it goes, this happened last week as well. And so there's more stuff that happened. But either way it goes, here's the good news. The good news is we did squeeze out 6 wins. We did have more than our normal losses, which comes with the territory. We have 4 losses, 6 wins. But if you look at the losses, AUD, CAD, AUD. Okay, so you see they all had something to do with this news event that came out. All right, so it wasn't just a normal, because see, if anything else, Euro USD, we won that trade. Swiss JPY, we won that trade. GBP AUD, this one we won early on in the beginning of the week before this news hit. So we actually won that trade as well. USD JPY, we won that one. GBP JPY. So we're still holding another Euro USD trade right here. And we're also holding another GBP AUD because now it looks like it's going to be doing a turnaround. And we closed out the USD again, USD JPY in profit. So as you can see, any trades that we took that did not take place during this news event, we actually capitalized very well. However, here's the beautiful part about it. Look at this number right here. As you can see right here, the scalping group, which typically trades the indices, murdered the market last week. 6,796 pips, and they had a 100% win rate. So that's the reason why I like separating these two numbers. The signal service is separate from the live scalping sessions with our queen of trading, who I will be interviewing pretty soon. So you guys can meet her and kind of hear her thinking on trading. She's the queen of Forex, and especially the queen of scalping. She is the queen. So I'm going to be interviewing her so you guys can meet her. But I wanted to show you guys, hey, the scalping group picks up where the signals group sometimes are impacted. So overall, it was still a wonderful, glorious week. Thank God for that. And since all the major news, I don't anticipate any strange news coming out. But if it does, we'll deal with it. But either way it goes, it turned out to be okay. So we'll be looking forward to another great week. Thank you guys. Have a blessed weekend, and I'll see you next week.